on ESPN 1320.
James Ham, Kyle Madsen, D-Lo, KC. It's the handoff. Every day, about 11:44.
It's literally everybody's favorite segment.
It is. I have never. I have our boss, Aaron Miller. I have not. I'm sure he taps in here and there, and I have never gotten. We don't really talk about like the show that much, but every time he has mentioned it, he's been like, "Guys, listen to the changeover today." It's really good. I'm like, yeah. I've had more people just randomly reach out about how much they like this segment.
Yeah.
Oh
Did they say like, "Hey man, I love that podcast you guys do with the handover. That's really cool."
We get that one. I love you guys' podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just kind of that's sort of the thing.
Even our man Jake at Baker Family Wines was like, "Yeah, this guy said he was listening to your podcast." It's like, "Oh,
come on,
that's great. I don't care. It doesn't bother me a bit. To me,
however, that's what I'm saying. However, you listen,
call us whatever you want to, as long as you're calling.
We're meeting you where you are.
That's right.
Podcast, apps, YouTube, Twitch, radio. We do have a podcast.
We're here. We try to be everywhere, man.
Mm-hmm. You can find D-Lo and KC at D-Lo and KC, wherever you find your
and where do we find the insiders?
You can find the insiders at the James Ham and Kyle Madsen show, wherever you get your podcast.
Odyssey's.
That's fantastic.
This is Odyssey Legal's finest moment right there. Well, we can't, we can run into some complications with the NFL Network. Bitch, you're the same lawyer who approved the name The Insiders. Why didn't you say, no, we can't use The Insiders. Here's why. We proposed The Insiders. They were like, this is great. Go ahead.
I wish.
As long as you don't plan on marketing it or anything, it's perfectly fine.
I wish Ian Rappaport would call me.
That's right. That's right. Cease and desist right here.
Can I just say, Damian, you and I talked about this a little bit earlier. I've not talked about this on the air yet. But I did talk about it on the air yesterday. The Kindle Scribe that I was thinking about buying.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
This dude is so excited.
I bought it today, guys.
Ooh.
He bought it and got it to his house within like an hour.
No, not just that. Like he is taking notes for a full-on meeting, and he's just, this is great, and he's just sitting here, oh, this is so cool. It's like, bro, we're in the middle of a meeting. No, you guys got to see this. He's showing it off.
For what it's worth, I got asked about it.
No, he did. Well, yeah. After you spent 45 minutes glowing about your new little pencil and pad.
Yeah, it's fire.
No, it's kind of fire.
I've been writing stuff down and just deleting it when I'm done with it.
Looking like.
It's an iPad, for God's sakes.
It is.
It just has. It has all of
this. Fire.
It's great.
Will it convert it to regular writing or no?
Try double tapping it. Double tapping with your pen. See if it converts to typing. That's what you do on an iPad. Maybe you're not there yet with your little Kindle. Oh,
it's not that advanced. But that's the thing is, I don't need all that. I don't need. I just.
I always need excess.
I just need to be able to scribble some notes.
I regularly need stuff I don't use. What are you talking about?
It's true.
Well,
I'm with you.
This is how I get down.
Okay, so
this is how I forever. No, not that that's wrong. I wish I could convert to that, but I need this.
So I did too for a long time, and then I realized I'm just throwing notebooks away.
5-star notebook over there, like
literally a 5-star notebook.
Like he's about to go into English 101.
This is how I gotta do it. I love it. I love
got
writing.
all of his classes separated.
Yeah,
I love writing.
By dividers.
Does it give you? Kyle? Does it give you the same? Would that be the endorphins?
Like the tactile writing? Yeah,
just like
it feels like
down.
you're scribbling on a. There's like, yes, it feels like, and I have that too. I have but all of these pages are just nonsense. I'm gonna throw this away when I'm done. Yeah. This is such a waste.
But it just
and then I gotta,
pen to paper just feels great.
And that's why this feels like pen to paper.
Yes. Okay, that's good.
It's fire.
Just because of this, I'm gonna start using my iPad to take notes.
It's the best.
I'm gonna hold that pencil in my hand and I'm just gonna.
It's the best. Well, and now, but again, I jot down a little note. I don't have to type it in there, but I just jot down a little note that Mike Bibby is joining your program at 12:45 today.
That's right.
Head coach of Sac State men's basketball.
That's right.
And I can just jot that note down. I don't have to like write it and make it a whole thing.
Well, you're
type it and make it a whole thing.
You're still writing it.
Yeah, I know, but that feels better to me.
Okay, that's fine. Preference matters.
No, it does. And I can just doodle.
Well, who doesn't want to do that?
You know what I haven't gotten used to yet? is like when I'm watching the games, I try to take notes of the game, whether it's Niners, Kings, something like that. And I use the notes app in my phone.
I use that app
And
way
it just,
too much.
It works. Like it gets the job done, but I wish I had the space or did what I needed so I could just write stuff.
I took notes of our meeting this morning on the notes app in writing. So this is what it looks like. That's what it winds up looking like. It's just like scribbled stuff. I don't know.
But you use the notes app, and you can use because you have the pen.
Yeah, I was doing it on my iPad.
That's probably what I need to do.
But your setup is better.
Kindle,
Yours is more
way.
organized. Mine's not organized. I just scroll through like, hey, what were the notes from our last meeting? What were the notes from the promotion? I need to do a better job of organizing stuff. So when I call back on a promotions meeting or I call back on a Miller meeting, I can just go to the tab, click it, and it's right there. Instead, I just have to scroll through and go, what is a mermaid oyster bar, and why is it? why did I make a note for it?
I apologize to the trees.
That's it. That was it. It's just like I'm just wasting paper. I'm wasting a note sheet, but I am. I'm wasting a note sheet to write something down. Like today, James went through. I said, "What do the Kings need to have happen to get to 46 wins? What does a 46 win Kings team look like?" Mm-hmm. And so
James probably said 29 other teams getting in plane accidents.
Ouch.
27.
Oh, sorry.
Just Pelicans and Jazz.
They're fine. Okay, got it.
But no, it was so I can write down what he said. I can keep note of it. So we reference back to it. And then when I'm done here, I'm gonna circle that and I'm just gonna delete it. And now I haven't wasted a whole paper to write down a thing I needed for 8 minutes.
Yes and no. You didn't waste it because you used the paper. It's not like you just
but it's
blank
not
piece of paper and threw it away.
But that's exactly what was going to happen.
Well, no, because you would have written something on there, so it's not a waste.
Can I tell you, your happiness over this makes me happy.
Okay, good.
Oh, no.
I'm so fired up about this.
I don't think
I'm not an eraser.
You.
This is a stylus with an eraser. I can erase like it's a pencil.
Now that's a game changer.
That's
the
gas.
stylus, you got it too. The stylus is a game changer.
Gas.
Maybe I should try that, but I'm not.
I'm
as
sorry,
rich
sir.
as
It's
you
an
guys.
Apple Pencil.
That too. Sorry, I apologize.
Sorry, it's not for the
stylus.
For the
Kindle
scribe.
But once again, that might get to that might release the endorphins that I need if I have a pen that I'm writing on any type of surface. I'm just not rich enough like you guys yet, though. So I'll slum it with pen and paper.
I don't take notes.
You got a photographic memory.
I write my 6 quick thoughts. That's sort of my notes, but I'm just watching what I see. I'm like, okay, I see things that stand out during the game.
Sometimes I'm really thankful you do that, because sometimes like I'll call back on something and can't remember where it happened. And I'll go back to James's Twitter account because I'll be certain that he will have tweeted about it and I'll find it. Yeah. It's like, okay, here it was. It was midway through the second quarter or whatever.
What is going on here?
Well, it's college. They've had the
what in the world?
I'm sorry, I got distracted, but they're just
no. It does look like a scene from Snowfall.
Putting it on his gums.
Wow.
Well,
the street value of this snow, all this snow.
Oh, they're going for a second round.
Boy,
no.
I don't know.
What you don't see.
This feels terribly unsanitary too. What did he just spit out?
What you don't see is Michael Irvin off to the side on all fours. Sweat.
So these two, I assume, college students are bobbing for
dollars?
Something.
Oh my God!
That wasn't $1.
He just ate that
in a kiddie pool of
donuts.
Wing.
It might have been powdered donuts.
It was a kiddie pool of
flour.
I
hope it's flour.
I hope
flour, or maybe
it is college
flour,
sugar.
Maybe that
flour, powdered sugar, or cocaine.
Yeah,
it has to be one of those. It has
arsenic,
to be one of those.
Just a big giant pool of arsenic.
Just hey, get in there, kid.
You remember that episode of Power when one of the criminals? That's how they killed somebody. Remember, they made them
snort a bunch of cocaine. Yeah.
Crazy.
No, keep going. Nah, keep going. Yeah, I remember. I remember that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they.
James, do you remember that episode of Power?
Nothing, dude. Nothing misses me more than when Kenny goes, "Remember that episode of Power?" Like, all right.
Even more than wrestling.
Right. You can get him back by going, "Do you remember that episode of The Office?"
Oh,
you can't get me with
I watched that other show you guys had me watch. It wasn't Power, but
Remember that episode of Friends?
no.
Got me.
Where's the one like it just kept getting more and more extreme.
Probably BMF.
Was it on Stars?
I can't remember.
And we told you to watch it?
Yeah, you
Because I would
Oh,
never
they're-
tell you to watch.
Dunking for
because they're in
beignets, 'cause
Tulane.
they're in
Beignets,
Tulane, yeah.
okay.
Still look a little
Cafe
suspect.
Dumont.
Super sus.
Still looked a little
Cafe
suspect.
Dumont is
What's
like
it?
that stuff.
Ice something
For me.
or
How
you-
much experience do you have
Snowfall?
with cocaine?
Maybe it was Snowfall.
He said, "Dude,
Much
beignets are like
experience.
that." I was like, "Well, how much experience do you? How do you got experience with beignets? Now explain to us your experience with cocaine."
I can imagine
No.
that's what that would be like.
Mhm.
Oh, Cafe Dumont. There's like in all seriousness, there's like how do I explain it? Like a country 5-star rated beignet place in Arden Mall.
What?
This lady, I saw it somewhere. This lady
What?
makes like top flight beignets, and she's out of Arden Mall.
Why have we not gone there?
I
That's a
ain't
great
even
question.
gone there.
Why are
Her-
you just saying this now?
I know this sounds.
Beignet
I'ma see
Friday on a Thursday.
I'm gonna see if it's still there.
What's really interesting, like
Top that, JC.
Yeah, JC.
the Studio Movie Grill
Couldn't even
makes
show his
good
face this
beignets.
week.
I don't know if you guys. Studio Movie Grill has good beignets
Do they?
What's
Yeah.
that?
In
That's
Rockland?
fascinating.
in Rockland. It's
That's
Studio
the,
Movie Grill.
that's the
You know
like,
who has
luxury movie experience.
Crazy beignets is New Orleans Square and
Facts. The Mickey shaped
Disneyland.
beignets.
Fire.
Yes.
Oh my God. Did we eat
Oh.
4 of them? Maybe. Did I eat 4 of them? Maybe.
Well, that
Yeah.
you can get with like the raspberry sauce.
Yeah.
Hell
You know
yeah.
who what time is it? Oh yeah. You know who has sneaky beignet? No, I ain't even gonna say because I don't want to get in trouble. But you know what? Remember that time you saw me and I was eating beignets?
Oh yeah. It's just in an effort to not piss anyone off. Like,
I
yeah.
can't leave it there.
Is that what you were eating? Was a beignet?
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Ridiculous.
like, what
We
are they
were
doing
hosting a
here?
concert. Where is Kenny? There's
Oh,
Kenny out
got
there
it.
by
Okay.
himself eating a beignet. I said, what are you doing?
Powder all over his face. What are you doing, Kenny? The beignets.
Bro, you
I
okay?
found the beignets.
I was like, why do they have these here? Let me try them.
I've never looked at the food there. I had no idea that existed.
There-
Well,
There are
Ty
people.
Dolla Sign beignets were on the way.
There are people that tuned into this program going like, all right, can't wait. Kings finally played a game. Can't wait to hear what James and Kyle and D'Lo and KC have to say about it.
No,
And then
I'm gonna
they
be
tap
honest.
in.
You guys should know better.
no,
They
no.
tap in and we're like, it looks like cocaine.
Well, it does.
It did.
Oh,
It did.
look.
It objectively did.
This is
It was Sports Center on campus with Matt Berry.
aside from that very last line there. This is what we should be talking about, guys. Okay, the things that I saw last night in the Twitter sphere.
Oh, you watched the game in the sphere.
I'm
You
with
rented
you.
out
I
the
know where
Sphere
you're
in
going.
Vegas?
I'm with
Say,
you.
come on, man. What are we
Rented
doing?
out
Why
the
are
Sphere in
people
Vegas.
crazy?
Well,
What preseason
What are we
game?
doing? They were wild last night, bro. I don't know if you got them, Kyle.
The social media
I know you
people.
didn't.
I did not.
I did not. I was
I
watching.
absolutely
I,
did
I
not.
was, I was
Last
watching
night.
the game on my phone, so I was not scrolling and watching.
We should just
Oh,
do
by
a
the way,
thing
I
where
saw
we
your
call
text.
people out for their
That was funny,
takes.
too.
Like just
Hey,
by
Dylan, say
name
us-
on Twitter. So
was
according
that?
to like wild stuff. I'm with you,
Yeah.
Kenny.
I said, all right.
What's the
man, come on.
wildest take you saw last night?
I ain't even gonna say it.
Say it.
No, I'm not.
I need you to say it. You don't have to name names who said it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh no, what I missed.
I'm laughing at Marcus. Marcus said he did quite a bit of beignet back in the day.
Oh.
That's funny. That is hilarious.
Like, yeah,
Oh man. Boy, Hollywood in the 80s loved them beignets, boy.
I mean,
so Pusha T
All
always
right,
raps
all right.
about selling.
What was the
beignets.
craziest take? Because you know I ain't doing it.
people were saying they rather see that crew in the fourth quarter all year long.
Yeah.
Okay, see,
It's like
I get.
All right,
Okay,
man.
can I?
Okay. You're gonna watch that for 2 games and hate
That's
your
it.
life.
All right, that's it.
Hate your life.
That's it. If you want to say, I get the logic behind it. I'd rather those young guys play. They play hard. You tank. You get a good draft pick, and you add them to that. I get the logic. I get that. I get that pathway of thought.
Mhm.
But like you just said, that team, that fourth quarter roster, or rotation playing all season, you're winning like 12 games. If that.
Maybe.
You're going to lose so much.
You know,
and it would get really old, and you would find out that, there's maybe one good player in that group.
You know who feels that way? Is the people who can turn the game off when it gets really bad halfway through the second quarter and watch The Office or Power or whatever show James is talking about. Like, you could watch that.
Snowfall.
You don't have to Snowfall. You don't have to
have me watch Snowfall.
Oh, that's right. Snowfall's great though, right?
I got like 2.5 seasons in, and then it was like the same exact thing kept happening.
You're not wrong.
Oh, you got to get to the end. Yeah, no. You got to.
4 more seasons.
There's one season where it's like, okay, why is there a tiger walking through Compton? But outside of that, like, no, that series is fire.
It's one of the best shows of all.
And it's arguably the Tiger in Compton.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy. It's arguably the greatest ending to a show I've ever seen.
Oh,
it
wow.
is.
All right.
It is for
I
me.
was a little disappointed.
It's flawless. I could.
I
I remember when you saw it.
I don't want to know.
I remember when
you
you saw it. You said
It's
that.
one of the
like,
great shows of all time.
I to be fair, correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't get it, right?
No.
Did you understand what happened at the end?
Yeah.
Don't say what happened at the end.
Yeah, it was just a little underwhelming.
Okay.
That's
okay.
spoilers.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was just
I thought it was.
a little
I thought it
underwhelming.
was beautiful storytelling.
You know what I think is
fantastic.
beautiful? KIFM West Sacramento, KRXQHG2 Sacramento, ESPN 1320, Sacramento sports leader. Yeah, I've not watched Snowfall yet.
Great one. They're about to do the spinoff
Oh,
with
Rainfall?
There's 6 seasons.
Rainfall.
Snow Flurry.
I didn't say it was a good joke.
I forgot their names on the show, but Gail Bean is the actress's name, the one that was the girlfriend who fell off the wagon.
Yeah.
They're about to do a spinoff with those two.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
All right. Someone said it's top 10 show all time.
Oh, it's terrific.
All right.
Yeah, it's
all
really
right.
good.
What's
really,
in
really good.
FX?
Yes, Hulu.
Okay.
I think is where I think
Hulu.
it lives on Hulu.
Where does it? This is probably a stupid question. I swear to God, we'll get back to the Kings. Where? How
And your
is it-
desire to watch Dylan
Yeah,
all-
no, I
all
can't-
year long.
Can't wait. No. How does it? Where is it different from a show like The Wire?
It's a little more theatrical. for
It's
me.
it's more intricate, and I mean, if you know enough, you realize they're telling a real story.
Got it. Okay.
Snowfall is essentially how the crack epidemic in Los Angeles started,
Got it.
including the involvement of, like, I when I first started watching the show, which wasn't live. I think the first thing I said when I was like, "Hey, I'm like 5 episodes into this. This is the Rick Ross story, right? Not the Rick Ross affiliated with
right.
this show, the Freeway Rick Ross story."
Mhm.
And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, it's going to veer away, but the similarities of the involvement of the U.S. government and the cartel and all, like, yeah, that's how Rick Ross introduced crack to Los Angeles.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in. You sold me.
It's fantastic. You compare it. I'm biased. Nothing compares to The Wire was a TV show that to me did not look like a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Snowfall looks like a production.
Got it.
You know,
okay.
just like, not that it's wrong, but just like it looks like I'm watching a
like the
Snowfall was
lighting
grimy.
and the
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Got
I
it.
mean,
got
I'm
it.
sorry. The Wire was grimy.
Right.
Yeah, you felt the whole time like, oh, you're in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You felt like
Yeah.
you're in it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's the beauty of it.
Snowfall is
Yeah.
amazing. They did
All
a
right.
fantastic job.
Right. You just hated the end.
Didn't hate
No,
it.
you didn't hate it.
No, I know.
I
I'm joking.
thought
I'm
the ending
joking.
was terrific.
Kings last night. Here we go. Lock in, everybody. The handoff, ESPN 1320, reset. Okay. So I think I said this, we talked about this earlier. Nothing happened last night that made me feel differently about the Kings one way or the other. It's a preseason game.
Great.
They look
They've
pretty
got a lot of
sloppy
work to do.
offensively.
Yeah.
They have work to do defensively. Like none of that is like, it's not like we've been sitting here going, hey, their defense is going to be so locked down. I can't wait to see this group in action. And then they weren't. Like, nah. Just kind of, it would look like a sloppy version of what I think the Kings are going to look like this year, which is game 1 of the preseason. I'm not. If you thought they were going to win 55 games and you watched last night and go, that's not what I expected. Like, well, that's on you. That's a you problem for thinking they were going to look like they were going to win 55.
Well, taking the 55 out of it, I did expect it to look a little different last night.
Sure.
I don't think it looked anything like what they talked about.
I agree.
I didn't feel like they were moving at any different pace.
Agreed.
I think there were possessions that they did. The 94 feet thing was like,
Doug said they did it 30% of the time, and he wants 85%.
I think that is a generous grading on Doug's part.
In the
I
first
did not
half,
think.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
In
okay.
the
So
first half, he said-
30%, 30% of the of half the game. That I'll buy. That I'd be more likely to buy into a little bit because
They did it 30% of the time, 50% of the
the
time.
dumb thing was like I was watching the game and I'm kind of just watching it as a basketball. Like, what am I like? Watch two things. Watch the end of each possession. And it was just like, no, like this just kind of looks like basketball.
Standard basketball.
It looks like everything I always see.
I'm willing to give some grace though, in that they're still trying to figure it out on both sides of the floor. So that's why I'm not. But I was already in the they're probably like 40-ish wins. I'm still there. Nothing happened last night that made me think otherwise.
That's okay. That's fine. I'm north of 40-ish, but
There's a couple. So there's a couple things that went on with me while I was watching this game. Number one, let's start with the 94 feet thing.
Mm-hmm.
There are things and moments that won't get classified as 94 feet where they were picking up 94 feet, or I should say one person was. You think about Dennis Schroeder. There are times when he denied and didn't let Emmanuel quickly bring the ball up, and he did that 94 feet. Now,
can I add one thing to that?
Mm-hmm.
They're not all five defending 94 feet. That was never an intention, right?
So that's exactly what I was going to say. I don't know what the game plan is and how many people's job it is to pick up 94 feet. But what would happen was Schroeder would deny quickly the ball, quickly would say, hey, get it over there to Abaji. And Zach LaVine would be a little bit past half court. Now, is it a full 5, full out denial, full court, 94 feet? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But Dennis Schroeder, a lot of the times, was essentially doing his job. He didn't do it enough because Doug, at least right after the game, said, no, we need more. But he was doing his job, being disruptive in the backcourt, being disruptive 94 feet, and not allowing the point guard to walk the ball up or even initiate the offense. We don't know. I don't know what the role is and the job of Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, or whatever. But I think it happened a little bit more than people realize. And this will go into the other thing that I'll say about my experience yesterday. I was doing the Coach's Corner show at Bar West, so I didn't get a chance to watch it live. After the game, shout out, after the show was over, I'm scrolling Twitter or whatever. I got to get home. I know I'm not going to watch any of the game live. I know I'm going to go back and watch it later. And I'm on Twitter and I'm looking at the score on the app and I'm like, hey, this ain't looking good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading what people are saying. I'm reading the James Hams, other people, what the people are saying. This ain't looking good. Then about 11 o'clock at night, I sit down to watch the game. And I'm not saying it was good, but it wasn't what I expected after reading all that stuff.
No doubt.
Like
I agree.
Damon said, it was just kind of a basketball game. It wasn't a disaster. It wasn't they were awful, or it was just they had some miscues. If anything from what I saw, I thought the second unit was where the game got out of hand. I thought that group was mismatched. I thought offensively they were all over the place, and the missed defensive assignments and the separation between the two teams happened when that second unit came in. I thought from everything I read, I thought it was going to be the first unit where I would see all that. I didn't really see that. I saw more so with the second unit.
So James, they opened that second unit with Keon, Malik, and Dennis, right? That's how the second unit opened up. And I was kind of surprised to see that a little bit.
With Eubanks and Isaac Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because I was like, oh, that's a different looking lineup than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of things with what you said. First of all, I thought Toronto did exactly what I think Doug Christie wants the Kings to do.
They
Yes.
did a really good job of that.
Yes.
And you're right. The Kings have been, it feels like it's Dennis Schroeder's job to go chase people for 94 feet and everybody else goes and does whatever they want to do, like have a snack. I don't know what they're doing, but it doesn't feel like they're engaged. Toronto had 3 guys causing problems in the backcourt. It was like they slowed the Kings offense down so much by having 3 different dudes. Now, if you start hitting outlet passes and you're moving, the Kings couldn't even inbound the ball. Like every time I watch the Kings go to inbound the ball, they have like a super short guy trying to inbound the ball against like a 6'11" guy who's jumping up and down, and they can't get the ball in. Every play was almost a 5-second call. So that's something that like Doug is going to look at and go, okay, we've got to figure out our inbounds play for sure. But I thought Toronto did exactly what the Kings wanted to do. And then the other thing, the Kings got it all the way down to 4 points at the end of the second quarter. And then Toronto hit 3 threes in a row and ended the game. Like they just let off the gas for 2 seconds and the 3-point thing just wouldn't go away. Like stop giving up wide open threes. What are you doing?
Against a team that hit 10 the last time they played.
So here's the thing that I saw on that. And once again, I always want to preference this because I learned this from Greg Cosell, right? Watching football.
Yeah.
We can sit up here and analyze the results or what happened, but we don't know what was supposed to happen.
Mention that. Bill Belichick always says that.
Right. So I don't know what the defensive philosophy was, but one issue that I really saw was I saw unnecessary overhelping. And that led to at least a handful of wide open threes where the guy who was guarding the ball, maybe he's on his shoulder. Maybe he's not just like crazy lockdown. You can't move, but he's got the guy contained. And for whatever reason, and I saw it with Sabonis, I saw it with Keegan, those 2 specifically, where they dip down to help. And it's, why are you helping? He's contained. Guy kicks it out to who's the lefty Euro 3-point shooter.
Well, Barrett was hitting.
Not Barrett. I don't want to say white guy because I don't know if he's white, but the lefty, the big guy with the tattoos. That's who
Mamashvili?
Oh yeah,
knowledge.
Mamu.
He kicks it out to him. That's in that sequence that you talked about at the end of the second quarter. Wide open 3, cash out. And my first thought is, why are you helping there? He's guarded. You don't need to help. And this may go into what you talked about at the beginning of the show of not bad habits, but a strategy and a philosophy that was learned over the course of the last 3 years that they have to unlearn.
That's what I got. When I was watching the help issue, it was exactly what I was told before the game. Like, hey, don't expect the defense to look great because we have to unlearn this whole thing. That the especially last season, their defense was to tilt the defense to one side, to push everything into one side. And it's why they kept getting beat by the weak side 3-point shot all season long.
Yeah.
But they were trying to mask a couple of things. And in doing that, they really, really pushed the defense too far one way. He's like, so now I got players that are like out of position the whole time because that's what they're doing last year. So everyone, and if you have half the team that's doing what they did last year and half the team that's not, all of a sudden now you open up this giant swath of land in the middle. So they have to readjust and they've got to get, it's not just how they run out and close out on a shooter. That I thought actually there were times where they did okay. It wasn't just running for the high five. There was closeouts that were strong, but the fact that the floor was tilted the whole time, they weren't able to get to the closeout even remotely close to, in time. Right. And so they just kept giving up wide open looks. I don't know how many wide open looks there were in that game, but I'm going to guess that like
too many.
Probably 60% of their 3-point shots were wide open looks, which was crazy.
I think I think there's also just a personnel problem when it comes to 3-point defense for the Kings.
Of course.
Like there's always I don't think there's a defense they can run or a way they can execute it that they're going to be some lockdown defensive team. It's just when a team puts up 37, can you keep them from making 20? Can you make that 12 of 37? You just contest in a different way. I think the Kings' defensive problems go beyond just, they're trying to unlearn their defense and they're trying to learn this new thing. I think it's going to be an issue now and in December and in February and in April.
Well, that's the thing. If you're trying to unlearn something that you've done for 2 years or however long we decide this group, you're not going to be able to do it in a matter of weeks
or 7 days. That's what they.
Yeah, right. You're not even you're not going to be able to do it prior to your first preseason game or your first regular season game. So they're going to have to figure out something, right? You could maybe you know, whether it's tomorrow or next Wednesday or whatever, like you've got to figure out something that somehow kind of merges the two or allows you to play the style of defense that your coach wants. But yeah, I don't know. You talk about unlearning something that's going to take, you lean on habits, right? You lean on muscle memory. You kind of lean on what you know. And if something that you're doing that's new falls apart, you just kind of revert back to, well, I know I could do this. It's like, no, we don't want you to do that. And one person doing that throws off the other four.
Right.
Well, that, and I want to bring up something we talked about yesterday. It was that Keegan Murray, like there are certain things that you knew Keegan Murray was going to take from the college game and be able to translate. One of them was a weak side shot block. Keegan Murray was unbelievable last night blocking shots.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
They had 11 blocks as a team. Almost all of them were weak side shot blocks, which means that someone's going to be open because of that. So whatever they were doing that was allowing the weak side shot block, it also was part of the symptom of what was happening with the 3-point shot.
But so here's the thing with, and I thought Zach LaVine had moments where he was asleep on the help side and on the weak side.
I thought he was really good on a couple of defensive plays. I'm like, wow.
He was. But the person I'm about to bring up, I don't want to make it like I'm picking on him. But there were a lot of times in that first quarter when I saw Keegan Murray just not, once again, I don't know what the game plan is, but what I can see and what I can decipher, does not have the awareness of what he should be doing on the weak side and the help side. James can see the screen right here, but this was the first 3 of the game to Brandon Ingram. I think it's RJ Barrett attacks, or Emmanuel quickly attacks Sabonis. He kind of beats him. Now you've got Abaji in the corner. You've got Ingram on the wing. Keegan is guarding Ingram. DeRozan has Abaji in the corner. DeRozan comes to help, but so does Keegan for whatever reason. Gets it straight to Brandon Ingram. You can't leave Brandon Ingram in that situation. If I'm going to have one person open in that situation, it's Abaji in the corner to shoot, for him to shoot the 3, not for Brandon Ingram. And the help is already there. Why is Keegan helping again? Look at this, James. They got 3 guys on 1.
Yeah, and I see what Keegan's doing. If you look where he's positioned, he's hedging between the 2 players, trying to take away both passes because somebody else collapsed too far deep.
But the ball's already contained. You don't have if you got to give up something when somebody leaves. You're going to leave, in my opinion, you're going to leave Abaji in the corner. You're not going to leave Brandon Ingram free throw line extended.
Yeah, but back it up a little bit, because
film school.
I'm going to guess
on the radio.
I'm going to guess that the player that was supposed to come in and collapse was Keegan and not DeMar. DeMar was supposed to shift slightly over to take away the pass, and so he could defend both. Where Keegan was coming down because the guy's coming from the top, not from the baseline.
I don't think Keegan should have came down and helped. In this situation, DeMar's helping Domantas Sabonis' guy. That's where DeMar's help is coming from. So he leaves Abaji open. Somebody's got to be, I'll put it to you this way.
Right.
Somebody's got to be open. Do you want it to be Ingram or Abaji? Or do you have the IQ of what you're supposed to do where you're saying, I got 2 guys over here. Which guys should I leave open?
Right. And that may be a product. This specific play you're talking about may be a product of its preseason go play. In the regular season, I'm sure there's tape and game planning, and you're going, all right, hey, Brandon Ingram's been lighting it up. We're not leaving Brandon Ingram. And maybe that goes differently in the regular season. Right. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. I have no reason to believe it will, actually. So I don't know what I'm talking about.
It takes time. I think the biggest issue that I saw last night. Once again, you're also talking to somebody that after watching the game, after, like I said, maybe I was jaded from what I saw before. I didn't think it was as bad as everybody was making it out to be. They had moments, and I thought the second unit was really bad. That's where the game got out of hand, and that 2 minutes that you talked about before the half. That's when it got out of hand. But One of the biggest issues I saw when you talk about the 3-point shot is just the unnecessary overhelping, leaving guys wide open.
Mhm.
They've got to do a better job of trusting the person that has the ball is guarding him.
Mhm.
He's got him. He's guarding him. And if you get beat a little bit, you got to hustle to get back in front. You can't rely on the help, because that's where the defensive breakdown seems to happen with the Kings, and they give up these wide open looks.
Well, even this play right here that you're looking at, like, know your personnel. Domantas Sabonis can defend that guy man on man.
Domantas is there. DeRozan
He's not out of
back.
position.
He should go back to Abaji in the corner.
He should have stayed there. And if you are going to have help, you've got to have help come from the right spot. And again, I don't know what the exact right spot is, because it feels like two players thought it was their responsibility.
Right.
And again, if the ball is at the top and coming to the left side, then you would think that Keegan is going to be the one that steps in, who now can have Ingram on his right hand and help defense on the left hand as the guy's coming through, not the guy in the corner stepping down to try to cut off baseline. It's like, man, that's not a good enough offensive player that you need to double team or that you need to help off of. What that does is, I mean, that shot in the corner, that's a 40% shot on average in the NBA. It's the best shot in the game. You don't give up the corner three.
Two in this specific play, and I'll show you guys later too.
Can't wait.
In this specific play, this is the overhelping I'm talking about. Sabonis is back. He's recovered.
We're on the same play.
Him. Yeah.
Okay.
He's recovered. He's got. I'll even do a Mike Brown and put the full screen up here.
No, please.
Sabonis is recovered. He's recovered. He's there. No, DeRozan doesn't need the help, and neither does Keegan Murray.
And against realistically, a second-rate offensive player, not even probably second-rate. Like, he's a defensive. Is that Mogba or what? I think that's
I think that was
Jonathan Mogba. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's not an offensive weapon at all. Like, Domas has got him. Just like, stay on your man.
And that's where I go back to. I thought overhelping was one of their biggest issues last night.
Yeah.
From everybody. I thought all five of those, at least the starters, the second unit just needs to be better all around.
Yeah.
But from the starters, the overhelping was an issue, and that goes back to what you talked about in the conversation you had. I think it should already be learned, but maybe it's some things that should be unlearned from what the previous strategy was.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take time. I mean, I think that's the thing, and it's 7 days. We're 7 days into camp.
I also I'm gonna keep going back to this. I also think that there's gonna be problems like this all year, just because of the nature of the players they have. It's just, can you be league average or a little worse defensively and really good offensively?
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be the.
And to your point, you have all these players say, "Oh, I can defend 1 through 5," and it's like the Kings have maybe 2 players that can. Well, I think Keon can defend the 1 and the 2. I think Dennis Schroeder can defend the 1. I think Keegan defend the 2, 3, 4.
Some ones.
Okay, and some ones. But as a whole, most players are like, well, I might be able to defend my position, maybe, but I'm certainly, like, again, when you see the switches, like, they were just getting Brandon Ingram in the right switch every single time and then shooting over the top of him. It's like, when that's what you have a bunch of 6'6" and lower guys who aren't defensive 6'6". Like, they're not Oklahoma City Thunder 6'6" guys. They're all of these 6'6" dudes. Like, okay, you're just going to get shot over the top of there, especially if they're going to keep switching and getting you into the right switch. And that's where I felt like the Kings weren't using. They might have been lost in trying to play the defense that Doug wants, as opposed to just actually playing defense. Right. And so eventually they might figure some of that out. And even like Maxime Reynaud talked about after the game, he's like, like all the switching, I didn't know what to do. Like, all of a sudden, I've got a guard on me.
Keeps winding up with guys like wide open.
Yeah,
like
there's got to be a fix.
Yeah, I just watched this. It's 9-4 right now, and there's a play where, like, Dennis drops to the corner, leaving, I think it was quickly, just
alone,
just there, and like, this happened all night. And like, you guys are talking about defense. I was actually trying to watch what they were doing on the offensive end. Dennis was terrible last night.
He didn't look good at all.
Dennis was awful. And I wonder how much because I thought the offense was bad. I didn't think the offense was good. And I wonder how many of those I wonder how much of that is in sync with each other. The offense was bad because Dennis was bad. Dennis whipped the ball out of bounds one time trying to find Zach LaVine in the corner.
Keegan gave him the perfect pass for the wide open 3 and just not even remote.
Oh yeah, he was bad last night. He missed one, like missed the rim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keegan airballed at least one.
Well, that, and I would say this too. I think on the plus side is that you did see where they moved Domas around. And I thought Domas had freedom to attack. And I thought he was good attacking. But it was like, okay, first of all, the 4 rebounds thing is one thing, but no assists. Like he was attacking head down. And like everyone's like, oh, I want him to score more. I want him to score more. It's like, do you? Or do you want him to have 8 assists and everybody scores more? Because that's what I'm kind of looking for.
Yeah.
I've never been someone who's like, hey, I need Domas to average 24 a game. 19, 20 a game is perfect. Just give me that 6, 7, 8, 9 assists every single game where everyone is now involved. And it did not feel like that at all. It felt like too many times he looked around like, where am I supposed to go? I got to go because I'm one-on-one and I'm going to the basket.
Yeah. We talked after the week 1 of the NFL season. We talked about the Raiders winning. James said it's competence. Look competent. Last night, if we're picking a word, looked disjointed to me on both sides. Like that was just I can't.
But great news for Kings fans. The Raiders never look competent again, so maybe the Kings don't ever look disjointed again.
Great point.
Yeah.
No, that's where it wasn't good. Like I need that to be really clear. I did not watch the game last night and went, wow, what a performance, man.
I agree.
Just it wasn't good, but I saw problems that I thought they were gonna have. And I see an offense that is still figuring it out.
I mean, it's not all terrible either. Like LaVine was good last night.
He's really good.
Really good.
Domas was Domas. Like he was good.
No doubt.
Like the rebounding thing I can't imagine that's a thing. But like I liked most of Neek's minutes. Like it's not like it was awful. It didn't come together the way everybody wanted it to, but
I think at times
there was awfulness to it. Dennis Schroeder. But.
I think at times it looked a lot like last year, and that's going to be a quick trigger for a lot of people.
Yes. More specifically, more problematic. It looked like the end of last year.
Correct. That's what I mean. It just looks like they're going to be the same team. Like that sucks. But again, it's for me, it's one preseason game. If it looks like this all 4 preseason games. Oof. But I'm giving them a little bit of grace here.
But even then, they have a week off before the season starts, and they'll be able to look at all that film and go, okay, now we have film on ourselves. It's different than film against our own players.
When you say like they play Wednesday and Friday next week, right?
Yes.
And then they play Wednesday, so it's not. I mean, they're off
4 days.
Okay, yeah, I know it's not the same.
Yeah, 4 games.
I'm being picky with James's words.
That's fine. What do you guys got
tomorrow? I will ask you my question.
It's
classic 96-hour tease.
The tough part is it's related to week 2 of the NFL season, so it's not going to have any.
Is it really?
Way further back?
Oh, great!
Can you tell me what it's about?
It's about the 49ers.
Okay.
And why they should have 15 Super Bowls.
Oh yeah, obviously.
It's about. I don't know if this gets talked enough. You may have talked about it because you're one of the great 49er minds I know.
So nice.
But I think just in general, this doesn't get talked about. And it actually is one of the biggest heists maybe I've ever seen.
Great.
So I have great news for everybody involved. I think you're with us all day tomorrow.
Yes.
So.
No, I am for sure.
Great. You can ask him anytime you want to tomorrow.
Yeah, we won't get to it.
No, that'd be amazing. Mike Bibby, coming up in about 15 minutes. Mike Bibby will be with us. Brendan Marion will be with us later in the show. Matt George will be with us in about 45 minutes. So it's going to be an eventful start to the show. Don't go anywhere. Mike Bibby in 15 minutes.
We'd love to see it. James Ham, we're the Insiders. I'm Kyle Madsen. Back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Till then, drink water. Be nice to people. Bye.